and welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had an amazing day and an amazing week. Can you believe we are already on part 10 of the series, How to Actually Change Your Life? Before we jump into today's video, make sure to like and subscribe to support this channel. And if you don't follow me on all socials, I'm at Coach Ange222. Also, if you haven't watched the previous parts of the series, go watch them as well so that you can get the full effect of this series of how to actually change your life. We are going to be talking about time management and work-life balance. Whether you work a 9 to 5, own your own business, are an aspiring business owner, content creator, mother, parent, whatever the case, this is going to be super, super important for you. So basically everybody. What I want to touch on first with this topic in particular is making sure that you set yourself up for success. What that means is making sure that you're preparing your future self for success, aka getting your clothes ready, having things prepared, having, alarms and timers and things like that that can help your future self stay on top of whatever you need to get done. For me in particular, I need a lot of reminders and I need a lot of alarms to remind myself, hey, don't forget to send this email. Don't forget to send that text. Don't forget to call so-and-so, reschedule XYZ. Making sure that I stay on top of that because there's already so much going on in my mind that will help better manage my time and have better balance in my life versus always having a mental note. If you know, you know. Mental notes are so out. You need to write it down in a planner, in a journal, in your notes, in your calendar, wherever, so that you can see it. Because visual is always better and it's always easier than trying to remember with all the different tabs already going on in your mind. So making sure that you set your future self up for success is going to be key. Super, super, super important. This one is going to be kind of similar to the idea of boundaries, but owning and honoring your time. Going to be so massively important. And what that just means is making sure that you are actually being in control of your time, of where you're putting your time and your energy, right? As well as honoring your time. What that means is, especially in the workplace, right? Or even if you're your own boss, making sure that you're honoring your time of saying, hey, I have time allotted for work from here to here. And now I'm honoring my time for my workout, for my kids, for my partner, for myself. Honor that time and making sure that you set aside work from what you're trying to do and being present in. So if you're outside of work, honor that time and say, no, I have this time set aside for this, whatever this is outside of work, and not trying to always have them doing this where you're like, everything's just blended together. So you're never really present and you're not honoring your time. Being on top of your time management with work will have you better on top of your time and management outside of work. And it'll just be better, compartmentalize the things. Of course, if an emergency comes up, I get it. But constantly trying to blend the two and you're always on your phone and you're always on email, it's like you're never fully present. So own your time and honor your time. Of course, this also means evaluating what your work life looks like. What time are you supposed to be at work? What time are you supposed to be off of work? Making sure that you're evaluating this constantly and checking in of, how is my work-life balance looking like? Do I have a good handle on my time? Am I honoring my time? Really stepping back and getting mindful and actually seeing things from a bigger picture type of perspective is really going to help, because if you're in, survival mode, if you're in an autopilot, if you just have dissociated through work, you might not actually be aware or mindful of what does your work-life balance even look like. Do you even have any balance? Do you have zero balance? Do you have a lot of balance? Like, continually evaluating, what does my work-life balance even look like? Going to be extremely important in the process of maintaining balance in your work and your life. So the last point on this is making sure that you're prioritizing rest and breaks. When you do this, you actually give yourself a chance to take a breath and not burn out and not feel like you never have a handle on your time, because it gives you a better idea of saying, okay, I'm going to work for 20 minutes. I'm going to work for an hour. Then I'm going to take a break. You actually have better time management and more balance when you just are more intentional with your time and then your rest time, which again kind of goes back to owning and honoring your time. Is, okay, when I am working, I'm working. When I'm taking a break, I'm taking a break, and like really honoring that, if that makes sense. But making sure that you prioritize rest and make sure you're prioritizing breaks, like throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year, throughout the month. Prioritize that because you'll have a better handle of your time because you're not going to be burnt out. You'll actually be rested so that when you are at work, you're actually working. And when you're actually off, you're actually off and you're on vacation or you're on whatever the case. So the day you get to rot in bed, okay? Give yourself that time and prioritize your rest. Prioritize your breaks. Because if you don't, who will, right? Especially if you're a business owner or entrepreneur in some capacity, super, super important that you prioritize rest and breaks. Okay, that is it for the series, How to Actually Change Your Life. I hope that you've enjoyed this series. Again, if you are just now seeing this as the first video, please make sure to go watch the other 9 parts of this series. All of the parts are important. There's boundaries and trusting your intuition, self-trust, and more. If you ever have any questions or feedback, please let me know below. And if you're wanting any one-on-one support or guidance, I do offer one-on-one clarity calls. You can find that link down below that you can book at any time with me. Also, if you're wanting free affirmations, astrology updates, and more sent to your inbox every single Monday morning, you can subscribe for free to my newsletter, The Cosmic Queen, and you'll receive an email every single Monday morning. Again, if you don't follow me on all socials, I'm at CoachAnge222 on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure that you click the bell button down below to be notified of any videos coming up soon. There's workshops, astrology, and other videos. So make sure that you click the bell button down below so that you can be notified of any video I post. And last little bit on this is if you did watch the entire series and did begin to see change in your life, I would love for you to comment below. And I look forward to hearing about how you have actually changed your life. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.